All right, what you got? It's okay, we're not waiting on you. No hurry.
A camera interview with Wes.
What changes do you see in just how is it?
Well, I like to improve. Well, I like to improve the way things operate. Well, I mean, how it has changed. There's more shit to do. There's more people to manage. There's more things going on. There's more money. There's more problems. It's all pretty standard for a business getting bigger.
Well, it's pretty standard for business getting bigger, but it's not standard for you. This will be your first time to live through it, probably. This is a reincarnation thing. But as far as your own life, when you started, it was just a few of you. You know, it was just the two of you in the start. Then you grow from there. You grow from there. So you had more time to sculpt and less time to deal with taxes and W-2 forms.
Right.
How's the rhythm of your day changed? Even though it's obvious, if you wouldn't mind describing it for the sake of...
Well, I mean, we pretty much covered exactly this a few days ago. I would have the exact same answer I gave you like a few days ago.
Okay. Well,
to that.
But in between then and now, there have been some other things that have been discussed, and that's why I was wanting to kind of bring it up again. How is it different to live your life being the boss and manager of a couple dozen, or almost 2 dozen people,
compared to a couple,
or
none,
or half a dozen?
I find it more stressful, on a sense that, hey, you want to answer? You want to heckle me?
With y'all's conversation you just had about planning.
I don't think there's any like one drastic change that could be made, as much as just 100 little things here and there. That's usually how it is, though.
Which, incidentally, just as a side note, and you often are mentioning when we're doing these interviews how that's nothing different than any other business. But that's true. It's from your perspective, though, because the viewer who's watching it, they're following your experience.
Right. I guess to me, I just say that just because it doesn't strike me as unusual or extraordinary.
But for this person sitting at home who works in an office, having your own business is kind of exotic,
I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. The last.
I'm starting to realize the cameras really just agitate me for some reason. I think it's a feeling of having just an eyeball stare at you. I'm not nervous, and I don't feel like I'm supposed to perform. It's like somebody just staring at you all day.
Yeah.
And it's just all day like this.
What have you learned in the past few weeks from being stared at by the camera? Because I've watched how you sort of changed in your response over time. You got a little more used to it, a little more belligerent in some ways, a little more used to it in others.
Belligerent.
But just wondering, what do you think? Did you see things differently about the shop and about the workday?
I guess Wade is seeming more and more satisfied with himself at the end of our interviews. I think I don't know if he's baiting me into saying what he wants, or if he's enjoying the fact that he's actually getting me to talk a little more. I think that might be it. Every time he does an interview, he kind of sits back, like, yeah, I got him to talk.
I guess the question was it where you thought, okay, this is going to be cool, this will work for sure? You were like, well, let's try it.
Yeah, it was more like try it and hope for the best, I think.
And then,
well, what? Oh, it must suck to be you. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it. It's not glorious.
No, but everything was like a trial and error, right? There was a...
Yeah? You didn't ask me about that. You asked why we did it.
Well, then tell me about the trial and error process of it. Was this... I'm still trying to figure out when you said... At what point this was I think we can do this.
Oh, we pretty much committed to do it and then just did it. It was kind of like...
You are infinitely helpful.
It has to suck to be you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult.